Hello, this is Yakov Krotov speaking from Safonchevo, Jimmy Krotov, sorry. In Russian language, when you say about soul, this still has some sense. As far as I understand, in the West, to speak about soul means to be old-fashioned and to be clerical, to be religious, and to be out of fashion, because soul means that you are at disposal of some theologians, philosophers, not at your own hands. So it's better to speak about myself, self against soul. And all these clashes, for example, abortion. Abortion for a man who is soul oriented is something concerning the soul. So there are two souls in one body, and we must defend both of them. The soul of the child, who has no race, he is not rational yet, but he has a soul, or she, and the soul of his mother and of his father, but the father is some detail. And the question of gender, all gender problems are about yourself. Who am I? Am I man, woman, transgender, or nothing of the sort, asexual, bisexual, foresexual? I must decide it for myself. I must look inside of in myself, not in my soul. Soul has no gender. Myself does. And the difference, which is more important, is that to understand myself, I must make an immersion into my inner world. I'm a sort of Columbus. I must discover, who am I? In the case of the soul, I must work. This is the spiritual work of creating my personality in accordance with the God's idea about myself. God gives me soul, and I must live according to this soul. So it's the opposition. I have myself, but my soul has me. My soul possesses me. And this is the difference between modern and, or maybe postmodern and modern. At any case, this is the difference between the psychology of classical Christianity and of the modern Christianity. I don't think that these oppositions are so opposite. I think that myself is something which I construct. In this sense, people who say, no, I am not a man, I'm a woman, he constructs himself. And this is not a sin, this is not a mistake. He thinks that he just opened this in himself. He made a step inside himself. But you can use this innovation in different ways. And I think that even if I'm if I'm really, well, transgender or something like this, okay, let it be. But still, your soul is also something at your disposal. This is part of you. You cannot find it by scientific methods, and there is no physician who will tell you that you are so and so. But this is the reality. A strange reality, but reality. And in any case, you are a creative being. So you have a soul, make the soul great again, without again. Make this soul great. Make this soul human. You have yourself, make yourself great as your soul. So the world and your inner world also is not the source of eternal blessedness, of eternal joy. It is the source of being. And my being, I exist, yes. It's not no problem. Exist or not to exist. I exist. But to be means some labor. This is why I'm a little bit skeptical about all this buzz around LGBTI. I do have a lot of friends. I've wrote and I've made sermons defending the rights of LGBTI. When the rights are defended, when you are a plenipotential member of the society and no one criticizes you, then what else? What's the next step? Okay, you received all rights and freedoms and liberties. What's next? Show me what for have you defended your rights, what you'll do out of them. I speak this to myself, actually. This is my sermon to myself. All best sermons are the sermons to the personality of the man who makes the sermon. So there is life, self, soul. What we're going to make out of it. And I must make something out of it. Not just to enjoy and then to disperse in the black holes of the universe. Jimmy Krotov, Safon